Ooh, are we live? Wow, it's been 2 years since I've gone live on here, and I'm down here cleaning in my basement, and thinking, wow, I'm listening to music in the background, and I'm thinking, where are all the resellers that used to go live? And I think everybody just went over to, they all went to Whatnot, and I haven't even done much Whatnot this year. I've only done 4 shows, and it hasn't been, that's the thing you learn when you take 5 months off. Yeah, you don't get. If anyone comes in, can you hear me? Give me thumbs up if you can hear me. Say something in the chat. Say hello, hello. I'm coming. I'm in the dungeon. So I looked. My last live was 2 years ago. Whoa, a Patdees live. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes, this is unexpected. Yes, we can hear you. All right. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. I do appreciate it. But man, I've had people say on me and whatnot and message me when are you going to do any more YouTube? And honestly, in the beginning of the year, I was doing gig work, which I still am. I got hurt and busted up my tailbone and busted my knee up, and basically for about 7 weeks didn't do nothing. So, but March 9th, I hit it hard and I started doing gig work. So I did 123 days in a row. And basically, I tried to do a couple whatnots and they were not successful. I just didn't have the stuff that people wanted. And I think I might have popped in at once or twice to the Bearded Pickers live, but I didn't see him much. And Cape to Coast. Now, who is Cape to Coast? Actually, I know when people keep changing their names, um, so I kind of looking at it's not Mike, is it? But yeah, if you guys, if you could tell me who Cape to Coast is, but I do miss doing the lives, and it used to be nice to kind of sit around and kind of talk shop. I would say, and really just talk about reselling and what's going on in people's lives. And I kind of miss that, but it seems like a lot of people. Oh, this is your business account. Oh, not Mike. Okay. Because the logo reminds me of the guy that does the YouTube channel, and he uses that like theme there. So I wasn't sure. So Cape the Coast. Oh, you have an auction and estate sale company in Florida. Okay. Yeah, I honestly, this is totally spontaneous. I I don't even I don't even come down here in the basement office much, and just because I've been busy with my health, my wife's health, and rough winter, and then doing deliveries. But what has happened is because of wanting to come back on whatnot and not being as successful as I was last year in the third and fourth quarter, selling a lot of Halloween and selling a lot of Christmas stuff. Um, we've started to list more on eBay, and I have a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, a year and a half ago, when I was really focused on whatnot, eBay kind of got pushed on the back burner, and that kind of became its own issue because I started about 2.5 years ago. I started increasing listings on eBay, and I was really in tune where everything was. And then what happens when you get whatnot and you buy about 75 pallets over the course of 2 years? You sometimes forget where your stuff is on eBay. So there was probably 5 transactions, 3 I had to cancel, and 2 that were late. And because of those 5 transactions, eBay took me from having the ability to sell like, I don't know. It's weird now. The numbers are weird now. People, you can sell $5 million or list $5 million on there now. But basically, what they did is because of those percentages, they took a bunch of my listings down and said I couldn't have as many listings. So, and you don't realize, you think that fades off, but it doesn't go away for a whole year. No, it doesn't go away for a whole year. and a lot of stuff that I had listed. I mean, at one time I had over 4,000 listings just on my eBay. Those were all gone, all the pictures, everything, and I was like, wow. So I got a lot of stuff down here in my basement's like the size of my my house, and a lot of stuff is just not listed, and I have to go through that painful process. I'm not gonna take the stuff honestly and sell it on whatnot, because if you don't, when I say if you don't have a huge following, I have like, wow, 11 people in here, guys. If you're coming in, please say hello. I do appreciate it. My name is Patdees, the traveling picker. In case you're new to the channel, I have not done a live in 2 years. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. But I do miss a lot of people going live and just talking without selling. And I think, and I want to make a video on talk about why I did quit whatnot. Now I did come back just recently. Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. But there's something to be said that, I used to be in the restaurant business for over 20 years, and every day the pressure of having to pay employees and sell something and have to run the business to keep the lights on. I don't I don't do that no more. And whatnot is sort of like that, and it seems like everybody, it's all about it. It's all about, and sometimes, I've seen a lot of people and whatnot get bigger, and it's no more just chit chat in there. It's no more hello, how you doing. It's sell, 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 sell. Yeah, John Jones, what's up, buddy? How are you? So the last live I did, and please don't anyone watching this get upset, the last live I did was 2 years ago. I had stopped at a Wawa, and they had announced on the news or something like that, that President Trump was shot out there in Butler, Pennsylvania. And I was upset by it because I'm like, wow, what are we getting to? And I did a live, and that was it. I haven't done a live since then. Now I've been dealing with health issues, in all honesty, and I was buying pallets and I was pushing whatnot. But I'm down here in my basement office, and I've been kind of cleaning up, and really, what I'm finding is I got some valuable inventory for eBay. My wife lost her job; she had multiple surgeries, and they wouldn't let her come back, and she's been selling on eBay too. And we're finding stuff that we bought 3 4 years ago that is valuable stuff, and which is good for us, because, and some of it honestly that we get listed up there, it sells within sometimes a day or two, or within a couple days. And why give it away on whatnot for $3 or $5 when I could turn around and get something for 25 on eBay? So anyone that says that basically they're giving up on eBay and just doing whatnot, I hope they're not giving that to advice to. I got almost 12,000 followers, and you know what? I use that term lightly as followers, because I know a lot of people. I mean, you can go on there now. I know people, and I'm going to look, and that's one thing with right now. So right now, let me see. There is 25, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, hold on, folks, 17, 18, 20, 22, 24. There are right now at least 25,000 people on Whatnot. And how I'm able to find out that information is I have my iPad right here right now, and it says trending, and it says 1.5 thousand viewers in this category. Nike's got like 3,000. There are 25,000 people on Whatnot right now, live. Uh, and that's why, again, where have all the live resellers gone in 2026? There's not people reselling, and I guess the question is not more so of reselling on YouTube. And you remember that when people would sell on YouTube? I do. I didn't sell a lot, but I used to go on with like Donna and T, with the two ladies, when they were live, and I probably would do, I don't know, 6 to 9 a year with them. it was a hassle because you had to bill people, and sometimes people would change their mind, and whatnot's a lot smoother. But I guess really what I'm talking about is not live resellers. I'm really talking about people that are in the reselling community. Uh, yeah, exactly. I probably 90% of them. What I'm talking about is, you don't, you see the guys, and I will give them credit, um, Kevin, Carrie, and Dave, who do I forget what it's called, reseller. I don't know. They do their podcast, but again, it's a podcast. It's not live, and they have a lot of people. I watch it or I listen to it in the background, but there's nobody really doing much. I think Lonnie kind of relaunched with Ryan. I've seen him. They're doing, again. It's about a podcast, which then is kind of controlled. They can edit out or delete anything, but you're not seeing many. I don't know. I looked. You don't see resellers really going live and just chit chat and hanging out like here, and I kind of miss that. I think what it shows you, and I've talked to a friend of Adam of mine, is that the reselling community is not the same that it was. Honestly, during COVID, it was easy. A lot of people had disposable income. There were people that were collecting unemployment, and then the government was giving them the $600 bonus. And a lot of this is hindsight. I didn't even know it at the time until a little bit later. Man, sometimes I wish I would have had my wife had a job at the time, and they didn't want her to leave, so they kept her on because they were doing construction for like 4 or 5 months. She used to be a manager of Subway, and she worked, and she was happy to work, and I was chasing stuff down to sell mostly on Amazon. I was doing the Instacart, and then I just found out, to be honest, it was much better to flip things. I remember that year I was over like 800 stores I went to that year and was flipping stuff on Amazon. And the good old days, I guess. I was talking to my buddy Adam the other day, and it's been 6 years. It's kind of ironic now. You turn on the news, and everything sort of seems to be negative on the news anymore. And but I think what has happened, especially in the last 2 years, a lot of people that were resellers don't go live also because there's not much to talk about, because they pretty much have given up on reselling because it is a hustle, and but you don't see that anymore. And with the price of gas and sourcing, depending upon what you source, I could tell you, a lot of people say, oh, and also what state you're in. If you're buying storage units, of course, certain areas there's more. Pallets in my area, I used to get them in Pittston, which is only about a half an hour away. And liquidation.com used to have, they must have had a contract, obviously, with Dollar General, Walgreens, and Target. And a lot of that you had left over was stuff that never made it to the store because of COVID. And you could grab a lot of stuff. Now it's the opportunity is not there. It is kind of so bad that I actually just sold 3 weeks ago a 10 by 30 unit that I had to a local lady that does the flea market because she can't find stuff. That was a consolidation down from I had 5 units at one time, but for the most part it was 3 or 4 jam packed. Excuse me. And when you have 3 or 4 jam packed units, you can't even get in there to find stuff. And then I live here in Pennsylvania, and guess what happens? Sometimes the winter is from October to March, and you're not getting in there in the winter. So then you're paying storage for 5-6 months of the year that honestly just adds to the cost of keeping this stuff. So I finally cut ties, and I was asking $7,500 for the unit, and I think I lowered it to $5,500. And I had said to my wife, I think if I can get $4,000 or $5,000 for it, but the lady said, "Would you take $4,000?" And I did. It was retail wise, it was around $30,000. Funny because And that's the thing too. I've been posting more on Facebook because I got monetized on Facebook. So usually at the end of the quarter now, they're not doing it right now, but so probably September they'll do it. But Facebook is starting to incentivize people to put content on there, and they'll, oh, we'll pay you $50 if you upload, 12 or 14 videos. I have content, and you can upload 40 seconds, 60 seconds, it don't matter. And in the month of July, I think I made $170 just uploading content on Facebook. So, that was nice extra money. So, I see 3 people are only talking. I had 11 or 12 in here, so I don't know if I bored 5 people away, but we got 6 people in there. But I do want to thank. I love to kind of pull out a little. If anyone knows, when I first started my YouTube channel, I mean, I used to hang out with the bearded picker, and he says, Pat, if you want to grow your channel, you have to do your own lives, and he was right, and that's where you get the time in. And I had a lot of bigger. I had Storage Auction Pirate. I had Treasure Hunting with Jeebus, Locker Nuts. The bearded picker did several shows with me. Um, Locker Nuts, when I had them on, they had at the time they had like 25,000 subscribers. Hell, Jeebus is. I remember when they just crossed 100,000, and now they're up to a million. I'm stuck. And that's where you got to make content. You got to make content, but I don't like to make content just to make content. Um, and you're still here. You're moving boxes around. John, what state do you live in? I'm not sure what state that you live in, but I'm here in Pennsylvania, and here it is at midnight, and we're all kind of, hey, Golden State Picker. I watched your video. I don't know if I commented, but it was funny because to keep the oh, New Jersey. That's what I thought. I watched your video about quitting Amazon. I have not sold on Amazon also in the last 2 years. Now, obviously, I've been, and I don't talk about it much, but I've been doing cancer treatment, and luckily, things are stable. It's not spreading no more. I take my 3 pills a day and a shot a month. I just got a second shingle shot actually 2 days ago, and I've been having problems with trigger finger, and I got 2 shots in my hands. Oh yeah, you can kind of see them right here. See how it's, see, you can see the black and blue red on my middle fingers there. I just got 2 trigger finger ejections yesterday. So I haven't been doing much, but I've been moving some light things around here in the basement. But yeah, it's a shame, man. I did $238,000 on Amazon back in 2020. Yeah, and then like 2021 it was 100. But they were just doing things that people were abusing the returns, and you go to buy inventory. Yeah, you can list it, and then a month later, nope, can't list it. You broke the rules because, and I'm seeing this a lot now, and I don't want to ever be that person. Wesley, hey, what's up? How you doing? Nice to see you, buddy. Um, to me, I don't know, and I know everybody's about me, and I'm not going to criticize any one person, but I'm not going to Ollie's and buying Tide for $6 and flipping it for $30 on Amazon. I think Amazon eventually is going to say no. Like, if you're supposed to be the lowest price, I just saw a video the other day where a guy did like $380,000 flipping stuff on Amazon, and I don't know. To me, it just doesn't feel right to be knowing that you go to Walmart or go to Ollie's and buy stuff for $12 that you know yeah, exactly. And just they don't care. No one has ever reached out to me. uh, for me, actually, what happened was, hey Lynn, welcome in. What happened for me on Amazon is I had to do my tax return, and I had to see. Yeah, I agree. Yep, I agree. um I to log in, they were charging. First of all, there was one or two items that something happened on Amazon, and they suspend my account or something like temporary. But yet they were still charging me the monthly $40 fee. So I had to pay to get my tax stuff. I had to pay $100 and some, and I'm like, wait a minute, you suspended me. How can you charge me the $40 a month? I didn't even argue with him because I'm like, I need this stuff for the taxes to see how, and it wasn't even that much. I think the last year was 2 years ago. We only had sold like, I don't know, 14 or 15,000. When on average, I was probably for like, I did 238, I did like 120, I did 110. Yeah, all the heavy hitters that sold on YouTube have taken their audience with them to Whatnot and done very well in a shorter time per show. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and it's much easier. But some of those people now that are selling on there, there's no like, it's all about selling and selling and selling and selling and selling and basically leveraging your audience, and there's no more small talk. Now I will say, I'm still friends with Treasure Hunting with Jeebus, Stephen and Amber. I actually was with them in this past December, and we did a thing down in the Carolinas, and I helped them with their toy giveaway and stuff like that. And it was something like 900 people that showed up. So I'm still communicate with them, and they've bought some stuff from me. It's been a while, but he goes live on Facebook now on Friday nights a lot of time. I don't think he's going live tomorrow, because I think I heard him mention on their Whatnot they're going to a fair and stuff like that. But I like Whatnot, but I don't like Whatnot. I sometimes, it's very hard, and I've had people troll me, and I've done a show for like an hour, and then like, hey guys, if we're gonna just skip over things, if this is stuff that you don't want, and I can't get $3 for it, where I know I can get 25 on eBay, I'm just gonna stop the show. And then we raid somebody, and I had oh, thank you, Mike, appreciate it. Um, um, People can be so mean spirited. Like, someone's like, I came back after 5 months, and someone wrote, "Oh, Patdees is still a toddler." And I'm like, and to be honest, I may be a toddler, but I'm not. I'm not a pushover. So I blocked and banned that sob, and they can't watch my show no more. But I did have somebody trolling me on YouTube, and I would block and delete them, and I would, and they'd make a new name, and nothing better to do. And that's kind of what took away from, honestly, wanting to go live and kind of discuss anything with reselling and stuff like that. No, I'm always the type of guy that if I don't like somebody, I just don't watch them. I think the time options that some are doing on Facebook is a nice option. I just saw something today that Facebook is doing something to compete now with eBay. I don't want to give the wrong information or details. I always said I was surprised years ago. Now eBay stock price is close to 100 because GameStop wants to buy them. I was always surprised that Facebook did not buy eBay. I mean, eBay, I think, was down to $35 a share at one time, and I thought that they could have bought them. And because you need a real name, or at least with Facebook, they can trace you. I thought there would be a little bit more of a good trust issue. And I thought they would have bought them to keep people on the platform longer, but I guess they felt that they didn't want to spend that kind of money. I'm not sure. Who knows? Whatnot. I, I don't know. I have it's a love-hate relationship. Um, Obviously, it's nice to go on there and sell things, and have the support right away and ship it out. I mean, you can go on there, and if you sell $500 with it. And when I say 500, sometimes that's nothing. There's people that do thousands, but I see people on there that are just, hey, Tiny, yeah, I am. I had Tiny. I had my injections into my hand yesterday, and I stayed in bed till 2 o'clock today. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm usually up. I was up at 9:30, but I just don't want to. And I had shingle shot and that, and I said, Oh, the hell with it. I stayed in bed. And I could only do one delivery today, so I did CVS delivery, and that was it because I can't really be doing any heavy lifting for. And I still got to watch because I had it so bad that my fingers were locking up. But Tiny, this is the first live I've done in 2 years, and I used to have, and I'm looking, like I said, Locker Nuts, Jeebus's. Let me see who I had. Oh, Harry Tornado was on my show. Rachel Strickland. Renee from Storage Wars was on my show. Katie and Vicky were on my show. Rally Roots was on my show. Now you don't even really see them. I don't even think they do lives anymore. I used to enjoy, actually, when I was doing my lives. I used to do, it was called the Late Late Show. I always was a David Letterman fan, so I used to do a Late Late Show and Saturday with Jason and Eric. But everybody, and I still talk to them from time to time, more so Jason, because he lives only about 2 hours south of me. But I am still doing 3D printing, yes. Yep, yep. I mean, obviously, my son does it, but yeah, we do it. Yeah, we do it, and we're selling stuff at craft fairs. I sell stuff on Whatnot. Harry Tornado buys from me. I wish it was more. I think that's the frustrating part, even with Whatnot. I mean, I'll try to sell stuff on there, for $5 and nothing. Can't sometimes some days can't sell nothing for $5, and then I see people that are on there all the time selling stuff for $8 to $10, and that's the frustrating part on Whatnot. And but it was nice because back even when I used to when 2020 was and they were doing the top, I had like 5 or 6 lives with artists from Tops. Mel was on. So I had a lot of good live shows. I felt that were really at the time it was really enjoyable. I miss. I had mentioned to Jason maybe about going live about 7 8 months ago. And he said he never said nothing. No, 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 I'm not banned. I was. They made a mistake. I haven't been live on Whatnot for 5 months because I got hurt, and then some of the stuff I had nobody kind of wanted because they already bought from me. It was stuff on pallets. The last time I got banned, they banned me for a week and they restored me within 2 days, and they said they made a mistake. So if you look at that video of when I got banned, that was probably made a year ago. Um, yeah, I want to go back to chainsaw. What do you get 60 or sell? Oh, that's nice. Yeah, 200. I'm looking at a lot of the lives I did. I did a lot of lives. I had a couple that were from Australia. Um, a lot of Side Hustle Network. Jason Deason was on. Kate Rockstar Flipper. I don't even think he sells anymore, but um, Jason and Eric were always close to me and good friends. And I mean, I've been to both their houses in the past. And Eric, from what I understand, sells, but reselling is not as easy as it used to be. And I think we're no, exactly. No more good pallets. No more good pallets on liquidation.com too. So because there is less of them, people are overpaying, and guys like me that sell online, there's no profit. The shipping kills it. If you're doing a flea market or something locally, maybe you can do okay, but and that's how it is. Everybody, hello, welcome in, Jody. Nice to see you. Thanks for saying hello. But yeah, it's a lot tougher. I used to have a friend Mike that used to have a shop in Jersey. Now I haven't talked to him. I think I called him over the winter and stuff like that. But a lot of people I've seen actually have to go and get jobs and do different things because reselling. I mean, I'm still a reseller, and I want to clean up my basement and get things. I call it a death pile. It's really just a not listed pile, and well, I'm not going to go on Whatnot and give the stuff away for $3 or $4 when there's certain. Hey, if I pay $3 for it and I sell it on Whatnot $3, I'm okay with that. because at least you're getting your money back and you can use that money. I mean, that when I sold the storage unit like 3, 4 weeks ago. Oh yeah, Target media pallets at flea markets, movies, vinyls. I saw something that they said that media is coming back, that on eBay, that CDs are doing very, very good. And that's why I'm not giving up on eBay. We had some stuff the other day that we kind of like sent offers for, and all of a sudden it's like nothing, and then all of a sudden cha-ching, 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 and you're selling $150 worth of stuff. Having that cash flow of eBay is nice, you know. But guys, there's 13 people in here. If you give me a thumbs up, I'd greatly appreciate it. Um, I want to do more YouTube videos. People don't realize when you do YouTube videos, you gotta record it, you gotta edit it, and I've been delivering. Honestly, I've been doing the gig work because the gig work is automatically. I know I'm going to get paid. So I've been doing Instacart, which is grocery delivery mostly. Roadie, which is owned by UPS. I use like Home Depot, Tractor Supply, sometimes pharmaceuticals. DoorDash, you know what that is. DoorDash is food or at the grocery store, but sometimes people will use DoorDash for auto parts. And Uber Eats. So I did that for 123 days in a row, and then one Saturday I'm like, God. So I try to get deliveries every day, no matter what. Even if I leave the area, I'm actually planning on in the winter sometime. I want to go down to Florida. I haven't been down to Florida in basically since I started my cancer treatment, and that has been next month 3 years. And I want to go to. We were down to South Carolina 3 years ago this month, actually, but that's far south as we got. But I want to actually go down to Florida and stay down for a month and do whatnot and do gig work. And if I feel like I have friends up here that have a house down there, and we may rent from them for a month. And hey, that'll save me a lot of money. And they're older, they don't care. Right, exactly. So I can do the gig work down there, and I could do whatnot down there, and as long as I basically make enough to cover. My wife can't walk as good anymore, so she had multiple surgeries on her ankle. Um, but then I'll record some content. My YouTube income it hasn't even hit $100 this year, so that's how bad. When I say where are all the live resellers gone in 2026, I'm guilty too. So I haven't been live in 2 years. I wish I could get people to kind of, but I like to bring people on again. But I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk politics. I don't. There's a lot of BS on both sides. I don't want. I don't care. You don't care. You should care. I do, but I don't. So when it's repetitive negative all the time, every day, at the end of the day, they're not listening to us, and all I care about is what my wife and my sons and what's going on in these four walls, and you know trying to be happy and stay healthy and do what I got to do. So I would love to bring on maybe I did talk to Locker Nuts last year, and I think they good. I wish you lots of luck. I did talk to Locker Nuts, and I like to maybe I'm going to start talking to Jeebus. I talk to them more often, but I'm going to talk to maybe some oldies but goodies, and maybe we can bring them on and talk about, like, I mean, they both have exploded as far as YouTube and doing whatnot. And I think I was doing some live on my 3D print channel, and I just got monetized as far as super chats, but not ads yet because I need about 800 more hours. And I don't know, when I was going live, I wasn't getting no super chats. So we were giving out free stuff, and I didn't even get $1 or two. So I was kind of just, honestly, I was discouraged. I was like, wow, all this information, and I'm sitting here an hour and a half, and can't get $1 tip on that. And I was like, uh, Yeah, Facebook. I made $168 last month, Tiny. So yeah, honestly, Charlie, when I do the gig work, I used to try for 15 to $18 an hour. Now I try because of the price of gas, I try to go for 18 to $22 an hour. And I'm going to talk about, the thing is, my channel. And that's another thing. The traveling picker. The traveling picker means I'm willing to travel to Jersey, South Carolina, buy stuff, flip it. But also behind the man, me, and behind the channel was basically the hustle of life, and showing you sometimes maybe I might stop at a museum along the way. I actually did that, recorded it, and I just never uploaded the video yet. And also part of that hustle, being a former entrepreneur, having a restaurant, and the hustle is doing the gig work. I do. I don't. There's no shame in that. I hate when you kind of do a video and people are like, "Well, get a real job." I've had people offer me a job actually this year, and I say no. I can make my own schedule. I can do what I want. If I don't feel like starting at 9, if I feel starting at 11, if I want to work till 9 at 10, if I want to work 7 days, I don't have to put up in the restaurant business. And in a lot of times, I've noticed since COVID is, I agree. Yeah, I agree on Facebook Marketplace. I'm not a big fan of people coming over to the house though. Um, People, everything is mediocre. You go into places and no one cares anymore. So I'm not going to work. I'm not going to work at a. First of all, I can't really work at a restaurant because um, I say to them, "Hey, look, I got to go and get my monthly cancer shot, or I got to go and do the blood work, and you can't leave." And the employees now are, "F you, I don't care. I'm not doing it right. I'll do it." People don't show up, and it's not worth the money. Honestly, for what I'm making now, doing what I do, it's basically the same money. Why would I put myself that aggravation? I can go to Florida for a month. I'm hoping, and yeah, I don't have to be tied down to one place. So I mean, it takes a lot of hustle. Um, yeah, I don't know. Um, yeah, I mean, once you get locked up, and I'm sure the cargo vans. I'm going to highlight, guys. I'm sorry I haven't highlighted any of your comments. I kind of forgot about that. Nothing like orking for yourself. I don't know what that means. Newsom says, "Don't sleep on Facebook Marketplace." Guys, I do appreciate everyone that has stopped in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, I am working with a lady who bought some estate stuff, and I am selling 3D printed stuff. The 3D print, you're not getting rich. Last year on 3D printing, we did about $15,000 with about six. No, not 6,000. About five. No, yeah. A little over 6,000 on Whatnot. So I know, I saw you. I'm just busting your chops. So I mean, that wasn't too bad. I mean, I started it. We have 8 printers right now, and so there's a lot of potential for it if you can make the connection. What I wish we could make the connection is to. I've sold a couple, like I think when we went live on Patdees, my friend Steve Alcorn. I do want to go live again. I just felt like we were kind of being a little bit too repetitive. And then like again, when I didn't get no super chats on that one, I'm like, God, all this. I'm like, yeah, maybe we'll take a break for a while. But somebody on one of my lives bought one of these from me, and so that was nice. Even little things like that. I'm making stuff still for Harry Tornado. He went and bought himself a 3D printer though, and is doing, but he can't. He doesn't have the capacity. People don't realize we designed this. It's funny. This is how people are though. They go on his Whatnot, and they say, and he get, oh, now you can make your own soap dishes. It's like cut, and he says right out, no, I'm not going to cut out my friend. But the thing is, we designed this stuff. Yeah, I mean, we designed it from. We didn't just take somebody's and modify. We designed it, and you do all this work, and then somebody basically, oh, we're just, but he's not doing that. He's making little things that he could sell to his audience, like keychains, but like this has the insert, and people don't realize how much time goes into this. The 3D printing though business is more so to hopefully benefit my youngest son Joshua in the long run. Big Red, he's had some health issues too. He was on steroids for a long time with allergies, and it, it he's overweight, and he struggles. And yeah, his blood work and all that is excellent, but he delivers and he drives for the school. But then during the summer he delivers and then does the 3D. But to kind of teach him entrepreneurship, that's why I did that. So anybody in the chat have anybody you'd like to see me invite on in the future, put it in there. I am going to talk to Locker Nuts. I'm going to talk to Treasure Hunting with Jeebus. I think I heard that maybe Scott is going to come back again in the fall. And I think restart it. But where he lives down in Alabama, something that we don't have is you have yard sales a lot more. A lady I know said to me, came in from New York, hey Pat, there's like no yard or garage sales around here. I said, no, they're rare. Sometimes once a summer they may have the community yard sales, but they don't. No, they're rare. They're not like every weekend. Sometimes community yard sales are Pirate. Okay, I'm friends with him. No, I didn't do yard sales. They tore up my damn yard last summer, and I don't know. I'm not a big fan. Yeah, we used to do lives together. Yeah, she has going through. From what I understand, I haven't talked to her in a while, because trying to give her space. But she's had some personal struggles that I want to say that she's probably trying to work through, and she's actually started posting again on Facebook. So I wish her the best. We were friends. We did lives, but honestly, she moved from Colorado to Texas, and then met somebody, and then had a baby, and then I got sick, and we just we met up in Tennessee actually, like 2 years ago, and we all did pictures and stuff together. But yeah, sometimes that's the problem. Personal lives can really definitely interfere with YouTube and reselling, and it's hard to balance all this stuff out. And I'm not going to lie to you. It's hard. It's not easy doing this now because I have to listen to myself talk, but I haven't been talking for 2 years on here, so I guess this is making it easier. And I did this spontaneous, and I don't know. I just felt the urge to do the live today, and mentally right now I'm in a pretty happy place, and that helps with reselling. I'm kind of hoping to ride in the next 2 or 3 months. I want to load up my eBay store, and boy, when that cash flow starts coming, and I'm still not discouraged from whatnot. I mean, there are times that it's like, oh my God, like, geez, like, come on, like, but you take 5 months off, and that's the way it happens. There's not much loyalty on whatnot, and you could sell stuff on there, but you got to be willing to basically take the instant cash and not the full price that you'd have to wait on eBay. My friend right now, actually, it's about to get real. She still sells on YouTube. She's got 56 people. 56 people in there, but they do it like once or twice a week. Oh, my friend Brian, Mr. Buys a Lot. Hey Taz, what's up, buddy? He once in a while will sell on YouTube, but mostly it's all whatnot now too. So I can't believe I've been. That's what's nice about having guests too, because you can bounce chat off of one another. And I've been live 44 minutes. Wow. One thing I like, it's encouraging. You don't make a lot of money doing these videos, but I've been watching the live because I have two screens here, and every so often a commercial will pop up. So hey, maybe I get like with 15 people in here, I get a penny or two. So I do want to do more, obviously, content. Um, but I've never been a big YouTuber. Obviously, I'm stuck a little bit under 6,000, and there's things I'm looking to do, and I'm hoping my health keeps in the next couple of years that maybe there's stuff I'm going to do that you guys will be interested in the content, even if you play it in the background, just to support me. So. Let me ask everybody. There's 16 people in there. Are you all selling on are there any other people in here that sell on Whatnot? Put it in the chat if you sell on. I could actually do a. Here, let me do a poll. Is there a way to do a poll? Let me see. I don't. This is the free version, so I don't know if you can do a poll or not. Huh? I don't know. Oh, this is funny. I gotta play this real quick. I can't. Oh, I think I can play that. It's my. Let me see. Let me see if I can play this. Oh, I don't know. I don't quite. They always want you to buy. It's free, but I don't know if you can. No, I thought I could play this. Play. If it comes with one example, if you like to share your orders, check out upgraded plans. No, I guess you can't. I want to play a video that I had loaded in there. Oh man, it would have been so cool. Oh, maybe I can. Yeah, they all want you to pay. Oh, Wesley, you're doing coding too. I was gonna play Jason's. Oh, here we go. Can we play it? How do you play it? I don't know. Damn it! I want to play it. Yeah, I don't quite. It's been 2 years, so I don't quite remember how to. I wish I could move it over and there. I have video clips in there, but I don't know how to play it. Darn it! Or maybe that you can only do that in the beginning or the end. I'm not sure. Strictly eBay encoding plus family Uber dad life. Yeah, I know. One thing was when you're doing that type of stuff. But yeah, I wish I would have. I don't know what Jason Static's up to anymore, but he could be he could be a pisser if anyone knows who he is. Um, you know, ain't gonna happen. He used to say. Um, yeah, it's not easy, and I think, man, you have to have great personality. You have to have energy. You have to network. There's so much more. Oh yeah, exactly. Um, there's so much stuff that you have to do to. And a lady that I bought estate sale. She had great stuff the other day, but nobody knows who she is. And the people that have a lock on. But one thing I will say, and it's just like YouTube. You could have 100,000 followers or subscribers, and only 2,000 people are watching your darn video. That's the same on Whatnot. Let me go into Whatnot right now and see who. And I'm gonna single somebody out. I don't care. Um, Locker block. Well, I mean, even the Joe Hollywood show. Joe Hollywood has something like here. Let me see. Joe, that one he has 160,000 followers, 73,000 solds, but there's only 261 people in there. Locker Blocker, those two ladies from Texas, man, are they good. Do it again for Greg. Appreciate you, Greg. They have 48,000 followers with 30,000 solds, but they have 175 people in there. They consistently find good stuff. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. People sometimes get a hair up their butt, I guess, and I don't know why it's so hard for people just to be nice to one another. Just be nice. I don't get it. Just be nice. And if somebody doesn't want to do something you do, that's okay. No one needs to criticize anybody else for the way they do their reselling. Now, if someone's on here crying the blues, I can't make no money, I can't, and then they're like, there are some people. This is what I will say. There are some people you could give them $10,000 worth of gold bars, tell them what to do, and to go and do the work and do it. They're not going to do it, and the gold bars will still sit there. So you know, I guess it's a nice way of saying they're lazy, or they just want people to hand them money. Um, yeah. So I don't know. I don't get that too. Then those are people, the same people that I guess shouldn't be in business. So, but guys, there's 14 people in here. If you give me thumbs up, I'd greatly appreciate it. I am going to go live more often. If you guys could come over, if you're watching this on the replay, in the description, I have if you're new to Whatnot, I do have a free $15 if you're new, a Whatnot invite code. I think I get $5, but you don't have to even spend it with me. You can spend it with anybody. But thanks for the people that, and I probably held about 15. I think at one time we had close to 20. There's some names I recognize, some I didn't, but kind of felt good to kind of talk a little bit with you guys. And if I have more people that would, enjoy this and support me in doing this, maybe I'll try. Maybe I'll go live more often. So maybe I'll do a recap of how I did this week on Whatnot, and maybe people will come over there and support me on Whatnot, and I could convert that to some sales over there. But guys, it is 12:37 here in Pennsylvania. Let me set an outro. Let me see if I can do that. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I have to pay for that. Yeah. Oh God, I wish I would have been able to. But you got to pay for that outro. I was going to play that static video. But guys, thank you again, and I will see you. And it's not going to be 2 years, I promise. Take